Carlos Rosario community. Welcome to this year's Asian American Native Hawaiian and Pacific Islander Heritage Month celebration. My name is Mr. Jessie Catubao and I am a student in the Nurse Aid Training Program. I'm very much excited to witness the AAPI Heritage Month celebration for this year, 2022.
Hello, my name is Elmira Umuralieva and I am a student in the Culinary Arts Training Program. I am originally from Kyrgyzstan and my country is located in Central Asia.
Today we're in for a treat. Carlos Rosario students, staff, and community have contributed some amazing videos for this virtual celebration.
To start the celebration, here is a message from Carlos Rosario's CEO, Allison, Kokkoros, with a few familiar faces from our school staff.
Hello, Carlos Rosario School community, and welcome to our school's online Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month celebration.
Aloha, I'm Wilma Consul, chef instructor at Carlos Rosario's Culinary Arts Academy, and I was born in the Philippines.
Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Carla. I am from Ecuador and I am assistant to our CEO.
My name is Gabriela Wu. I am of Salvadorian, Colombian, Chinese descent, and I am representing Student Services and the Student Success team.
Hello, everyone. My name is Javier Marquez. I am from the United States. I am an assistant principal at the Harbor Street campus.
Hello, everyone. My name is Vilma Rosario. I was born in Puerto Rico, but grew up in Washington, D.C., and I'm a proud member of the board of the Carlos Rosario School.
Hi, everyone. My name is Rahel. I was born and raised in Ethiopia. I am an office assistant and sub-coordinator at Harbor Street campus.
Good day, everyone. My name is Keith Juarez, and I'm from the beautiful island of Guam, and I am an assistant principal at our Sonia Gutierrez campus.
Hello, everyone. My name is Susan. I'm from the Assessment Department at Harvard Street. Mabuhay! I'm from the Philippines.
Again, Carlos Rosario community, on behalf of my colleagues and myself and the school community, welcome, welcome, as we shine a light on AANPHI heritage, culture, and pride in our Carlos Rosario school community. This year's theme for National Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month is Advancing Leadership Through Collaboration. And collaboration, as you see, is a principle at the heart of the Carlos Rosario School. Collaboration is one of our core values, along with integrity, respect, perseverance, compassion, and inclusivity. By collaborating together, we are able to reach goals that we could never accomplish on our own. Today's event is a remarkable example of collaboration. In spite of the challenges that this year has presented, including social distancing and hybrid learning, we have created new ways to come together in virtual community to celebrate this special month. This Heritage Month celebration centers in joy and uplifting AAPI voices in the Carlos Rosario School community. And at the same time, we recognize the hardships that Asian Americans, Native Hawaiians, and Pacific Islanders have faced during the pandemic. Anti-Asian violence has increased over 300% in the last year and has increased further for Black Americans and other marginalized communities. At Carlos Rosario, we stand in solidarity against this injustice and in support of the dignity and the value of the AAPI community and all individuals in our school and in our country. Today's celebration is rooted in joy, diversity, beauty, and resilience of Asian American and Pacific Islander members of the Carlos Rosario community. The performances and message that you're about to see demonstrate that spirit. Thank you for joining us and enjoy the celebration.
Bye. Thank you. Saludos a todos.
Thank you, Miss Allison Kokkoros. And now, for our first performance, we have Liling Zing, an ESL 8 student. She will sing one of her favorite songs that describes a peaceful winter in northern China, where she grew up. Here's Liling Zing with I Love You, The Snow of Saibai.
Wow, the song was beautiful. Before we see more performances, let's hear from the director of the Mayor's Office on Asian and Pacific Islander Affairs. It's an honor to introduce this message from Bende Guzman.
Hello, kumusta, ni hao, and half a day. My name is Ben de Guzman, and I'm proud to serve as the director for the Mayor's Office on Asian and Pacific Islander Affairs, or as we call it, MOAPIA, here in the District of Columbia. I'm honored to join you today and to bring you greetings on behalf of Mayor Muriel Bowser as Carlos Rosario celebrates Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. Washington, D.C., as our nation's capital, is an amazing city in its own right, with a fascinating history and a profoundly beautiful culture made up of a diverse tapestry of its residents who come from all walks of life. It's also a city animated by its unique Asian American and Pacific Islander, or AAPI, community that has its own culture and history. MOAPIA is a very unique feature of the district's API community. We're actually the largest office of our kind anywhere in the country. We have a staff of 11 that speak Chinese, Vietnamese, and Korean. I myself jokingly say that I'm trilingual because I try to speak English, Spanish, and Tagalog. But I've been able to use all of these languages on the job as well. And so those are additional language proficiencies that our office has as we engage our residents. Nationally, the AAPI population is the fastest growing racial and ethnic group in the country. Here locally, the district's AAPI community represents about 6% of the city's entire population. We're in all 8 wards, but Chinatown has been the historic home of the community, with buildings like the Wah Luck House on 6th and H, which is celebrating its 40th anniversary this year. Wah Luck House provides housing for our Chinese American seniors that are on fixed incomes and is part of the mayor's citywide plan for affordable housing. AAPI Heritage Month also allows us the opportunity to talk about the resilience we've shown in the face of adversity. The national pandemic of violence against the AAPI community is something not enough people are talking about. With the mass shooting just the other weekend in a Dallas nail salon, the same weekend as the shooting in Buffalo, New York. This city has unfortunately been no exception to this pandemic of violence, and we encourage you all to join our #HateStopsWithUs campaign that you can see at Capitol bike share kiosks around the city, as well as the electronic billboards that are in Chinatown next to the Chinatown Friendship Arch and at the Nationals baseball stadium. At our annual AAPI Heritage Month celebration, which we were able to hold in person for the first time since 2019 because #DC is open, we presented Mayor Bowser's AAPI Heritage Month proclamation. In her words, the AAPI community has made extraordinary contributions throughout the COVID-19 pandemic on the front lines as nurses, doctors, first responders, and essential workers, and AAPI Heritage Month offers us an opportunity to celebrate and honor a community that helps make the district one of the strongest, most diverse, and vibrant cities in the world. I couldn't have said it better myself, so I'll close here again by thanking the organizers of the event and letting me share some thoughts with you and Carlos Rosario, and wish you all a happy AAPI Heritage Month.
Thank you, Ben de Guzman, for that message. Next, we have a pioneer from the spoken word artistry. Regie Cabico is a Filipino-American poet and spoken word artist. He has been featured on Diff Poetry Jam and has received top prizes in the National Poetry Slams. You're on, Regie.
Hello, Carlos Rosario. It is May, Asian Heritage Month. My name is Regie Cabico, and it's great to be with you at Carlos Rosario. Carlos Rosario is where I taught poetry writing workshops, and I'm so happy to share my poem with you for this very, very special month. And for all of our students who are Asian and Asian American, I salute you. I'm going to do this poem called Check One, and it's dedicated to everyone who has to check a box. The government asks me to check one if I want money. I say, how could you ask me to be one race? I stand proudly before you, a fierce Filipino who knows how to belt hard gospel songs played to African drums at a Catholic Mass, and loving the music to suffering beats, and lashes from men's eyes in the capital streets. Southeast DC with its sleepy crime, my mother nursed patients from 7 to 9, patients grave from the railroad riding past civil rights. I walked their tracks when I entertained them at the chapel, and made their canes pillars of percussion to my heavy gospel. My comedy out loud, laughing about our shared stolen experiences of the South. Would it surprise you if I told you my blood was delivered from north, of Portuguese vessels who gave me spiritual stones and a turn in my eyes, my father's name when they conquered the Pacific Isles? My hair is black and thick as Negrito, growing abundant as sampaguita, flowers-defying civilization, like Filipino pygmies that dance in the mountain. I'll check other. Thank you.
Wonderful, Regie. Next is student Mirana Aliyeva. She will share a little bit about her country, Azerbaijan.
Hello everybody. Hello Carlos Rosario team. My name is Mirana. I'm from Azerbaijan and I am student of Carlos Rosario. Today I prepared for you a small paragraph about my country, about where I am from. I will be happy to share it with you guys. Azerbaijan is a country located in the Eurasia, in the crossroads of East and the West. It is a presidential republic, restored its independence in 1991 after the collapse of the Soviet Union. With a population of 11 million, it is a multi-religious and multicultural place where Muslims, Christians, and Jews can easily perform their beliefs. Now I want to give you a small information about our national holiday Nowruz. I'm sure that you never heard about this holiday because Nowruz celebrate only Turkic origin countries. So Nowruz means the spring comes. During the Nowruz celebration, people make 7 bonfires and jump over each of them while wishing their troubles and problems will burn in the fire. Another tradition of Nowruz and the fun tradition is egg fighting. We are painting eggs and arrange the egg fights. This part is the favorite part of children. Also, I would like to mention another tradition of Nowruz is preparing national sweets. Azerbaijan has diverse culture, music, art, and cuisine connecting it to the world, and at the same time having its own signature in the world culture. Azerbaijan is a very famous with its carpets and has very old tradition of carpet weaving. We have the Carpet Museum. The museum located in Azerbaijan has a unique architecture. The building is looks like a rolled carpet. Now my favorite part, food. We have a huge amount of different type of delicious, tasty food in my country. I will give you 2 examples of my favorite dish. Ashkara is a rice-based pilaf seasoned with saffron and lamb with dried nuts, apricots, and cumin. And the second one is dolma. It's a grape leaves stuffed with the grinded meat inside. Believe me, it's very delicious. Thank you so much for listening me. Thank you for this opportunity that you present me, that I can describe my country, that I can tell about my country. Have a great day. Thank you.
Ukulele has become very important instrument, especially among young people. I'm excited to introduce our next performer who will tell us more about his tiny string instrument. Glenn Hirayabayashi is an accomplished musician and member of the Aloha Boys, a musical group based in DMV that has performed at the Kennedy Center and around the world. We are honored to welcome the Uncle Glenn to our virtual celebration.
Aloha, Carlos Rosario International Public Charter School family. And congratulations on your celebration of Asian American, Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islander Heritage Month. This beautiful little instrument is called the ukulele. It began its life in Hawaii in around 1879. And it's an adaptation of a Portuguese instrument called the machete. And it was introduced by 4 Portuguese woodworkers who arrived in Hawaii to work on the Hawaiian sugar plantations. Little did they know that this instrument would grow today to be the largest and fastest selling musical instrument in the entire world, the ukulele. I would like to do a little song called Hey Hawaiiao. It speaks of people like me who have traveled a long way from Hawaii, our home, and discovered that we are still Hawaiian as long as we are Hawaiian in our heart. Hey Hawaii au. I keia po, keia au, me oi, keia po. Mahalo and aloha.
As they say in Hawaii, mahalo, Glenn. From one island to the next, he is our assistant principal, Keith Juarez, who will tell us about his home island of Guam.
Hello, my name is Keith Juarez, and I am an assistant principal at our Sonia Gutierrez campus. I am from the island of Guam. Guam is in the Pacific Ocean and is a United States territory. Please join me as I share with you my top 10 places to visit in Guam. And on Guam, we say welcome, half a day.
Half a day. Half a day. Ni Banyelugi Islas Iha, Islas Mariana. Half a day. Half a day. Ni Banyelugi Islas Iha, Islas Mariana. Sinya ilek mung nagai gihau, san lagu puro chunatonu. Gai giku da son munai, Islas Marianas. Hitan liman samoru, banana win para ilansu. Bananum suni zendagu, pas bakyele gwini binadu. Half a day.
Thank you, Keith. To continue the island celebration, here are students of Hālau o Aulani, a native Hawaiian school for culture, arts, history, and language, based out of Arlington, Virginia. Enjoy!
Aloha, I'm Jonalyn Hepualaha Ole Walker, and I am the principal of Hālau o Aulani, which is a 501c3 nonprofit Hawaiian cultural school that is based out of Arlington, Virginia. Mahalo, which means thank you, for allowing us to be a part of your AAPI celebration at the Carlos Rosario International Public Charter School. Although our Hālau focuses on Hawaiian culture, we also have the pleasure of learning about other Pacific islands and their culture. This year, we studied the Samoan culture and their dance. The haumana, or students, of Hālau o Aulani present to you Auoi, which is about a man who lives near the beach, who looks out into the ocean to see what's out there. We hope that you enjoy our presentation. Mahalo.
I love that energy. Next, did you know that ESL 5 teacher Fatima Tehrani is also an artist? Here she is to share her art with you. Asian Americans Advancing Justice in Washington, D.C. works on civil rights issues that impact the AANHPI community. Here is Tiffany Chang, Director of Community Engagement, with a special message.
Hello, students of Carlos Rosario International School. Happy Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. My name is Tiffany Chang. I live in Washington, D.C. And students of Carlos Rosario International School, happy Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. My name is Tiffany Chang. I live in Washington, D.C. in Columbia Heights. I am the Director of Community Engagement at Asian Americans Advancing Justice, AAJC. I am also a certified English teacher who has taught English as a foreign language to students in Tunisia, Taiwan, and of course, the United States. So I know learning English is tough, so keep up the hard work. Asian Americans Advancing Justice AAJC is a nonprofit organization whose mission is to expand and protect the human rights and civil rights of Asian Americans, and to build and promote a fair society for all. In my job, I get to work with over 250 organizations in 38 states to make sure that Asian American and immigrant communities have what they need to thrive and prosper. There are almost 20 million Asian Americans in the United States. We come from over 50 different countries, and we speak over 100 languages. We are also the fastest growing community in the country. We work in all industries, attend schools and universities, and come from many different kinds of families. But for the past few years, Asian Americans, especially women and seniors, have faced violence and discrimination. This is because people have been wrongfully blaming people of Asian ancestry of spreading the COVID-19 virus. Our organization has been working to defend Asian Americans by educating communities about anti-Asian hate and by defending all immigrant communities, Black, Caribbean, Latino, or Asian, against hatred and violence. Next month, on June 25th, we will organize a big demonstration on the National Mall in Washington, D.C. This will be the first ever Asian American-led March on the Mall in our nation's history. Our goal is to gather over 10,000 people to show unity and strength together. We hope you will join us in our fight for the rights of immigrant communities everywhere, including yours, and to help make this country more safe and fair for everybody. Please visit unitymarch.com for more information on how to join us. I hope to meet you all in person soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Tiffany Chang. Asian Americans are sometimes thought of being quiet. Well, the bombastic taiko drum and the group Nindaiko break that stereotype. This Japanese taiko musical ensemble from Fairfax, Virginia performs at concerts and festivals. But during the pandemic, The group has had to find creative ways to make music from a safe social distance. Here's a very special At Home Together performance by Nin Daiko.
That was so cool. Up next, a creative project called We Belong Here from the Arts, Integration and Culture program.
This May, Carlos Rosario ESL 6 and 7 students learned about artist Amanda Ping Bodhipakya and created collaborative versions of her vibrant and powerful artworks. Amanda is a New York-based artist who is known widely for her portraits of Asian American and Pacific Islander women, featuring bold messages such as "We belong here" and "We too are America." Amanda created these images in response to the violence that has been directed towards the AAPI community during the pandemic, experienced especially by women and elders.
I'm Amanda Ping Bodhipakya. I'm a Brooklyn-based multidisciplinary artist, and my work makes the invisible visible.
What I have done is depict defiant and hopeful and strong Asian women as guardians. It is a defiant reclamation of space, and it is also a defiant declaration that we belong here.
Inspired by Amanda's art, we worked together to create our own giant versions of her iconic portraits. Everyone colored their own section, reflecting and bringing their own personalities and experiences. And when we put all the pieces together, we created beautiful and powerful images for the hallways of our school.
Beautiful work. Now, buckle your seatbelts for a virtual tour of Lebanon and Georgia with librarian Stephen Fritz and ESL 5 student Elsy Turcios.
The continent of Asia is huge. There are over 45 countries in it. We hear a lot about Japan, China, Russia, Vietnam, and Korea, but let's take a virtual journey to some of the lesser-known lands of Asia.
We start our magical ASEAN and Pacific Island project in the country of Lebanon. We are here in the capital of Lebanon, Beirut, to start. We land with Turcios, but how weather is this Middle East capital? 80 degrees and not rain. So let's go. Go to one of Beirut's famous beaches, Tyre. Along this beach, we find many restaurants serving Arab, baba ganoush, shawarma, and falafel. They speak Arabic. Hereby you should get by using your English. It doesn't hard to learn a few phrases in Arabic too. Can you teach me how to say hello? Marhaba. We should also visit Sidon, seek also to look at historical sites, and take a look at mountain Lebanon before we leave. We are on our way to Tbilisi, Georgia. No, the United States, the country. It will be the youngest country we visit. Only political former. Recently, in 1991, Georgian is the language of the country and written. It has a very unique alphabet. About 4 million people living here, about equal to the country of Eritrea or Panama. This time I'm not visiting the beach. I go to this cool cave to name Balgia, which was built in the 1300s and once was 6,000 rooms.
And now we focus on Thailand with a performance by Somapa Thai Dance Company, based right here in the DC area.
Our virtual tour with student Elsy Turcios continues. Next stops, India and Bhutan.
Yes, Carlos Rosario from Georgia to New Delhi. India is about a 4 hours flight, but when we land, we are driving to the Taj Mahal. Do you know the Taj Mahal? This is maybe the most famous place to see in India. Yes, this is a Muslim art, but today India is a majority Hindu country. Hindus make up 80% of India's population. We should jump over to the city of Varanasi, a city in India that is holy to many Hindus. By the way, do you know that India is huge? One of 17 people of Earth is India. So interesting fact. We continue on to our next stop to the country of Bhutan. I hope you like being in the mountains because the country of Bhutan is in the Himalayas, the tallest mountains in the world. Bhutan is mostly Buddhist. Also interesting, it was only in 1999 that television was not banned. This country has no traffic light. Imagine DC, the district, a place with about the same population, with no traffic light.
And now, Rhythmaya dance will share with us some different dance styles from India. Enjoy.
Namaste and hello. Today we're going to do a presentation on Indian dance. I'm Mirana with Rhythmaya School of Dance. First, let's talk about India. India looks like this. This is the top part is the North India. The bottom toe is South India. This is West India where I'm shaking my elbow. And this is East India on the other side. Each spot is a different region. Each region has a different language. And when you have different languages, you have different types of music. When you have different types of music, you have different types of dances. So let's watch our dancers now do the Kuchipudi dance from South India. Top of my hand, we have another type of classical dance that's a lot like ballet as well. It's called Kathak. Kathak is all about the footwork that has to match a drum as well. Let's watch now to do a small segment of Kathak. Generally is a celebration of culture, of life, new life, old life, whatever it may be. Everything that I remember growing up was all about music in the background with people clapping to the beat, and it's just good, clean family fun, everyone having fun together. So we're going to show you how Bollywood has become a big part of our lives now. Different types of dancing. Happy Cultural Day, and happy open minds to all of you.
Of course, you can have a celebration without food. Check out this cooking demo from Melba, Simpkins, and the Harvard State Campus Food Services team.
Hi, I'm Chef Simpkins, and I've been working for Carlos Rosario for the past 15 years, and I'm from the Philippines. So today, I'm gonna show you how we made all this beautiful banh mi, chicken banh mi. So we're gonna start with a hoagie roll. Originally, they use baguette. Water. Sriracha mayo.
Giây phút em gặp anh là em biết em si tình 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 tăng tăng tình tăng tình 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 tăng tăng tăng. Giây phút em gặp em biết em si tình 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 toan toan tình con tình mình tình tan 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 tình.
So the chicken was marinated in this. This is no chunk. We marinated in this marinade. Carrots and daikon pickled.
Anh tính sao giờ đây anh tính sao đâu thì tới đâu.
Last but not the least, we have our cilantro sprigs.
Em cũng chẳng biết thế nào.
There you have it.
Hôm nay tươi cực tím xuyên qua trời đêm. Anh như tươi cực hiếm xuyên ngay vào tim. Ai chết em rồi. Ai chết thật rồi. Nếu như một câu nói có thể khiến anh vui.
In Vietnamese cuisine, banh mi means bread. Traditionally, they serve it in a baguette, which was introduced by the French to Vietnam in mid-19th century during the Nguyen dynasty, and it became staple food in early 20th century. Banh mi was developed in Saigon in the 50s and became popular street food, also called Saigon sandwich.
Let's continue our virtual tour. ESL 8 student Juan Sepulveda takes us now to the Philippines and French Polynesia.
Our next country is the Pearl of the Orient. That is the Philippines, this name. And actually, pearl diving used to happen in the Philippines because it's a country that consists over than 7,000 islands. People come here to see the chocolate hill of Boho, see the bata rice terrains, go to scuba diving, view huge volcanoes and cliffs, beer, watch, and of course eat. Before we go, we should try lechon, barut, and pancit. Finally, the last stop is to French Polynesia. Its capital is one of the islands of Tahiti, where they speak French and Tahitian. We can choose to stay off the ocean in Bora, go to surfing, and of course eat the best mahi, and visit the world only Villa of the Coral Island. Oh yes, I forgot to mention, I forgot my wallet. Can you pay it?
The Philippines is very special to me because it is my home country. Let's continue the Philippines love with a message from Susan Tanseco from the Assessment Department.
Hello, my name is Susan Tanseco. I'm an Asian American, originally from the Philippines. I immigrated here in the US to fulfill my American dream. On this year's celebration of the Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, I would like to speak a little bit about our country. The Philippines was discovered in 1521 by Portuguese explorer Ferdinand Magellan and colonized by Spain from 1565 to 1898. Following the Spanish-American War, it became a territory of the United States. Philippines was granted independence from the United States in 1946. Philippines is part of the Southeast Asia countries. To mention a few of the other countries are Vietnam, Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, Laos, etc. It is an archipelagic country composed of 7,641 islands with 83 provinces divided in 17 regions. The country is known for having its rich biodiversity as its main tourist attraction. Its heritage towns and monuments, mountains, rainforests, islands, and diving spots and beaches are among the country's most popular tourist destinations. Speaking of beaches, Philippines is one of the world's recognized countries having beautiful beaches. For example, in 2020, two of the Philippines' prime destinations, Palawan and Boracay, have made it to the Big 7 Travels list of the 50 most beautiful places in the world. It is not only beaches that the Philippines is famous for. The country's representatives in various world beauty pageants are also outstanding. The Philippines is widely considered a beauty pageant powerhouse, which has won in all 4 pageants with a total of 98 placements and 15 victories. It has garnered 4 crowns from the Miss Universe pageant. Talking about Filipino beauties, here at Carlos Rosario, we also have some Filipino beauties. And here they are. Miss Melba Simpkins, our very own Harvard campus kitchen manager. Miss Wilma Council, culinary arts instructor. Miss Doris Medina, nurse aid instructor. And yours truly from assessment. Thank you.
For our last musical performance, please welcome SNRG. The group brings their unique style of rap to audiences around the world, from their parents' native Philippines to their home in the DMV.
Oh, hi. Welcome to Crescendo Studios. We are SNRG and we are back. Carlos Rosario, and we're gonna give you an exclusive. Yeah, we're so excited to share this song because it was one of those songs that we were making while we were pretty much on both sides of the world, from the Philippines to here.
So happy AAPI Heritage Month. It's an honor and a pleasure to be a part of this again.
So honored.
And aloha, mahalo.
If love had its way, would I still be right beside you lying awake, wondering if I had chose correctly? How could life had then be if I decided walk away? I got my arm around your waist, the others got your head and I'm seeing your face, your eyes closed. I'll trace lines down your back so you can no longer take this when you laugh. And I'll say, with a kiss I've specifically saved for a moment like this one, we live in remiss. Our inhibition isn't anything when kissing your lips. Swear that you're every woman wanna wish for wound up in one. What makes it weird and so rewarding's how you've already won. I never knew a look by like you and I. Put to bed all the rest, but for you all good night. Gray skies, all fade. Sunny days to come, but when you, I'll stay. No, why? Just cause I'm just so super into us. If wonderful was we just met. Wonderful was we just made. Yeah. If wonderful was we just made. Coin dropped into the wishing well. Wish I could tell you how that felt. Tossed and overturned. By the time I fell, I'm better off being by myself. Coin dropped into the wishing well. Wish I could tell you how that felt. Tossed and overturned. By the time I fell, I'm better off being by myself. And love didn't wait, couldn't lie beside, decided walk away. Wondering the loss that never left me, how I wouldn't let be. I'm reminded every day. I remember the us, the rushing what was meant to be the wish in which we never give up. I said I'm sorry, but I must be leaving. It's gotten way past late, and where the way went this evening. Thank you for the time, I apologize. Confession, I lied, cause I don't. I love keeping your smile. Wide, bright, pretty brown eyes. It's like you see me how I should have been realized already. Get set, we go until we get weak. Don't let me forget these, I won't, we never empty. Words worn, so proud by the wanting who wanted more than what the want was worth. As I reverse, I'll fade. Sunny days to come, but when you awake, I'll be gone. I've left these marks, meanings and memories, melodies and empty space. Melodies in empty space.
What an amazing show! To close us out, here's a message from Patricia Sosa, Carlos Rosario's board chair. Thank you for celebrating with us. Hanggang sa muli!
On behalf of Carlos Rosario's Board of Directors, thank you for joining today's online Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month celebration. And thank you to all of the community members who contributed videos and behind-the-scenes support to make this virtual event possible. Reflecting on this month's national theme of advancing leadership through collaboration, we are reminded of how important it is that our leaders are connected and accountable to the members of our community. Finding new ways to come together in a community across culture, as we have today, is key to building a better future. Again, we are brought back to Carlos Rosario's core values: Collaboration, along with integrity, respect, perseverance, compassion, and inclusivity. These are the values at the heart of our school's work. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
And that concludes our event. It was an honor to celebrate with you today. Спасибо всем за участие и за прекрасное представление.